Hello, everybody. This is Yusuf Chowdhury tuning in once again from San Antonio, Texas. It is 10:57 p.m. Central Time. Give me a second here. Let me see if this thing... Because a few minutes ago it didn't work. It didn't show up on Facebook. But it was showing up on Periscope and YouTube. Up, there you go. It's up now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to go do some work?
Hell yeah.
You're like, hell yeah. Let's see who's available tonight. This is the night edition. I call it the night edition. I'm gonna have to stop doing at 6 o'clock. Yeah, I thought that if I do it like around 6 or 4, maybe more people pay attention. But it looks like
Nobody's watching?
nobody's watching. I'm busy watching Netflix.
Well, let's go.
All right, folks, how y'all doing today? Oh, right. Do we have like what the heck? Like hearing myself. What the heck, man? I'm hearing myself like so weird. Like hearing myself. You know, it's funny. All this time I've been doing all this live streaming and videos. I never looked at it myself. I should look at it myself so I can improve, right? But it's like I don't care sometimes. Yeah, somebody by the name of Faris put like laughing emojis. Dang you. All right, so what we have tonight, guys? What kind of question do we have? I was going through this awesome article by one of my favorite place to continue learning. It's called the Search Engine Roundtable. Okay, y'all want to check it out. Called Search in or seroundtable.com. John, my man, because this guy John is a chef.
Chef.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. What's up, my man?
All right. What restaurant?
I think he does YouTube videos. I think.
What restaurant?
I don't know if he has a restaurant or he's like an independent chef,
Ooh.
right, John?
Does he give classes?
John, my friend is asking here. Do you give classes on? Okay, let's see. All right, so there's this interesting article. I mean, I love search engine land. Oh my God, what's up with these ting ting, all these noises? John said learning. Okay, I have that. Yes, he has a YouTube channel. Go ahead and put a link for your YouTube channel in the comment section, so my friend here can check out your channel. It's called Chef's Backyard.
Man, I need like personal, like one-on-one.
Well, first check out his YouTube channel, man. You might like what he does. Then you can talk to him. Hey, man, can you teach me how to cook?
I could go to YouTube and do that. What he said, but I need someone like right next to him and tell me.
Well, he's here, so I mean, he's kind of here. Email me at chefsbackyard@gmail.com.
Chef,
There you go.
got your customer, huh?
There you go. Okay. So if you really want to increase learning about search engine optimization, there are a couple of sites that I highly recommend. SERoundtable.com, Search Engine Land, one of my favorite.com, Search Engine Journal, SEO Moz, and SEO Books, or I think Book, right? So these are like the top 4 or 5. Then after that, of course, the SEMrush and the Ahrefs and all the other SEO tool-based sites that has more information as well. Okay, so this article here, I'm gonna go quickly through it, skim through it, but when you get a chance, make sure you go through the details. Okay, go through the details because this subject still sound mysterious to a lot of folks out there. For some reason, they still don't get it, right? So, of course, there are more than, not this one, actually this one here. 8 major Google ranking factors You like to make a lot of loud noise, huh, you sucker? Okay, so 8 major Google ranking factors. So there are actually more than 8. If you all remember, there are actually more than 200 plus factors. But this particular article just focusing on 8 out of the 200, for example, right? So it doesn't mean that is the only one. Okay, so some sound effect in the background. So 8 major Google ranking factors. So as I mentioned, this particular article is talking about the 8, but just you understand, there are more than 8. They're like probably 200 plus, could be 1,000 as well. So when you get a chance, this name is hilarious, the Pimp of Babylon. Yeah. All right. So 8 major Google ranking factors. So this article is very good. It's actually, did I post it on my? Let me see if I can post it on my Facebook, so I can go back and probably read it in detail. There you go. Okay. Okay. So the first thing is backlinks. So backlinks still, even in 2020, still matters. Not all backlinks are equal, or not all links are equal. So they have some backlinks that has a high quality. Some backlinks can be low quality. Some are external backlinks. Some are internal. So let's see what it says here. Backlinks, even though Google is planning to move away from backlinks in the future, they've been saying that for like, I don't know how many times. Okay, sometimes you can't just trust everything they say. They still remain the most important ranking factor for your pages, except it is now too risky to use backlink, or I'm sorry, except it is now too risky to use Black Hat. Black Hat, dude, that's who does Black Hat these days? Oh, you'd be surprised. Probably some people still do, but that thing's not been in place for like more than 5 years. But yeah, if you can use a Black Hat according to Google, which is the technique that violates their guidelines, that's what they mean by it. Okay, so your links have to come from a variety of high authority website that are similar to yours. Okay. So they use this awesome tool called the SEO Spyglass. It's actually called Link Assistant. If you go to Link Assistant, there you go. This is a company that sells a service. It's like an application you download to your machine that does keyword research, link analysis, backlink analysis, and whatnot. So in this article, they're using this article. So this service has a free version and a paid version. So if you want to play with it, I highly advise you to go ahead and download it to your Mac or your PC. And you can see it has a rank tracker, website on-page SEO auditor, link assistant for backlink analysis, and SEO Spyglass, basically looking at your competitor. Okay, so they do have a free version, and the free version does a lot of good work. And if you want to pay for it, go for it. Okay, so this is the software that they're using, and of course, you guys know I really like SEMrush, is my favorite. Then Href, SpyFu, then after that, the SEO Power Suite. Okay, so make sure you download this and test it and play with it. See how you like it, how you understand it. They got a bunch of tutorials on their website. Okay, they got a lot of case studies. They also have some ebooks. Okay, and some sort of learning hub that will show you how to use the tool to run some analysis and whatnot when it comes to like SEO. Okay, all right. So optimization strategy for backlinks. So using that tool, you can launch the SEO Spyglass. Okay, once you use this tool, they're asking you to go to the domain comparison, then click link intersection and add a few of your top competitors. You want to look at your competitors. I can't even say that word, competitors. Competitor. Right? So you can put your, let's say, top 5 competitors, and this tool will tell you, what kind of backlinks they have, how they're ranking, right? The tool will analyze your competitors' backlinks and find the backlink gap, website that links to your competitor but not you. Those websites are your prime outreach targets. Seeing how they already link to other websites in your niche or niche, they are very likely to host your link as well. Okay? So this is a good tips on how to check the backlinks of your competitor, because those are one of the reasons that they're ranking. So to see what kind of links they have, so you can basically start connecting and communicating with some of those sites, so you can start putting your linking back to your own website. Okay. Semantic saturation. Your SEO content has to contain an appropriate amount of relevant keywords. That's another thing. If you want to rank for a relevant searchable term that your customer are looking for, and you only have like 2 paragraphs on the homepage, that is not enough, right? Then of course you have to implement the on-page SEO, the back-end stuff, like the title tag, the meta tag, the alternative text, and H1 and all those crazy stuff, right? An appropriate amount of relevant keyword in titles and images for the length of the copy. The content should not be stuffed like the old days of SEO. It should rather be a natural sounding copy written in an informative style for a human being. Okay, so what's the strategy to improve your content and making sure you have the proper keywords? Using the same tool, you can go to Website Auditor. And there's another feature under the Website Auditor tool. It's called SEO Content Editor Tool. Dave, my man, what's going on, brother? Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? How you doing? I was a chef at McDonald's. Good for you. Okay, so let's see. To do this, you need to open the Website Auditor application. Go to the Content Analysis, Content Editor. Enter the main keyword, let's say commercial real estate or San Antonio commercial real estate, right? And get detailed list of SEO writing instructions using the SEO Content Editor tool. Will tell you the right amount of main and secondary keyword, their placement, and the recommended length of the content. This is awesome. So if you have a blog and you want to optimize it, put this information or those content using the SEO Content Editor tool with the Website Auditor application. Ghulam, what's going on, akhi? Assalamu alaikum. Good to see you, bro. Did you get my email? Did you get my stuff? What is the plan? Let me know. So that was number 2. Number 3, HTML tags. So HTML tags is basically a bunch of scripts, whether it's a title tag, meta tag, no index, no follow, schema tag, all these falls under the HTML script, right? So you can tell Google which list of your which list of your content are the most important. The title and meta tag description are what users see in the search result. Write them like a keyword-rich promo. Heading tags H1 all the way to H6. Split your copy into sections. They should also contain keywords and be written in an informative way. Finally, alternative text is used to describe images to search engines, and it should be filled out if you want to appear in the image search result, but it also helps people with disability. Okay, would that work for YouTube keyword as well? Excellent question. For the YouTube keyword, if you want to optimize that content, you can definitely use the SEO tool, because you are going to put it under the description option of your YouTube videos. So you can use this tool to optimize that particular content under the description below the video, John, right? Or, as you know before, as I mentioned, when it comes to YouTube, you do have to use my favorite tool for YouTube optimization is TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy also gives you those options to optimize the content, the titles for the search engine. So I highly recommend that you use TubeBuddy. There's another one called vidIQ, but stick with TubeBuddy for now. There are tons of videos, training stuff that you can follow, okay? But since you're a YouTuber, you have to use this heavily, okay? Use this, TubeBuddy. But that was the next question. Yes, I would still say if you have a script, if you have like a paragraph or more than 300 words on the YouTube description video, then why not use this tool to optimize that content, okay? So 3 HTML tags, what to use, same thing, Website Auditor. What I like about this article that they are showing you the step-by-step where you need to go to apply this, and they give you the image so you can follow through. So now this is mainly for on-page SEO, like the page titles, the meta tag, the body content. This is very good. It is similar to having a SEO Quake extension that analyzes your content within the pages. So make sure you check this out. Tip number 4, core website vitals. Core website vitals are the newest user experience metrics that will soon become Google ranking factors. You see, I've been talking about this user experience and also focusing on folks with disability, okay, the ADA. When you build the site, beside having the content, the objective of the website or what you want the visitor to do, you also have to make sure that the website visitor will have that awesome experience. That's what they call it, user experience. Okay, user experience metrics. The metrics will measure the first impression the user gets when visiting the page, specifically how fast it loads, how soon it becomes interactive, how stable the layout is. And now it's important to note that the vitals are not yet official Google ranking factor, but they will definitely become, and I agree, because whatever when you build a site that gives your website visitor an awesome experience, Google does actually look at that. Okay. So what are the core web vitals? The speed, the interactivity on the site, and the visual stability, right? So then after that, of course, the mobile friendliness, safe browsing, HTTPS, and so forth. So when it comes to strategizing that, go to the Google, what Google recommends. You can go to the Google Webmaster Tool guideline and just show exactly how to implement the pages. User behavior, it's similar to the point number 4. User experience. Okay, there's a lot of uncertainty in the SEO community on whether Google actually uses behavioral metrics to rank pages. Google says that it doesn't. When they say that, I do the opposite. I think they do. But there has been some pretty convincing evidence that it might. See, I said so. The metrics we are talking about are the click-through rate, bounce rate. Bounce rate means somebody comes in, leave quickly. Session depth, how many pages they've been visiting from one visit. And session duration, how long they spend on those particular pages. So you can basically log into your Google Analytics and the Google Search Console to look for those information. Okay. And if you want to improve the user behavior, has a lot to do with creating engaging content. So the way you write the content, it engages them. So for example, I was suggesting this one idea for a website where you have the banner, you have the call to action, but how about if you want to put some sort of questions, like, what is this website about? How is it different from others? Or what are the so-called scientific method for your whatever you're trying to provide, and how to get started? So you can keep it engaging with the visitors, you know what I mean? So let's see, creating engaging content, for example, click-through rate relies on having an interactive snippet in search results. Meanwhile, bounce rate, session duration, and session depth rely on whether there's anything fun to do on your page. To keep users engaged, make sure to produce high-quality content with plenty of visuals, like images or videos, and internal links that points to specific or important sites and pages and articles and whatnot. The goal is to catch the visitors and send them down your sales funnel, aka landing page. Structured data, I've been talking about this for like years, especially when it comes to like schema tag. Google and Bing and Yahoo highly recommend this on every website. Depends on how your website is built and for what and what is structured. These are thousands of tags to choose from, and they can tell Google every little detail about your content, called structured data. Google Search Console has those features, so if you want to check and look into it, just log into your Google Search Console and look up under the structured data and follow through, and the Search Console will basically explain to you how to put those tags in structure for each single page, or it depends on which pages you want to put those structured data. Okay, can be used to tag authors, ratings, product features, locations, and so much more, and it can do wonders for your SEO. Creating links between entities, pin your location, and enhance your search snippet with rich elements. Okay, all right, so how do you optimize that? If you are not a technically inclined person, that's the best to use the structure data markup helper. This is under the Google Search Console. So if you're not a developer, you want to go there and start following through how to set it up for your site. If not, then of course you have to have a developer to create those script for you. Okay, choose the type of the markup, whether if it's a blog, if it's a local business, your front store, if it's a product, then you submit a link to a page you want to enhance, then highlight bits of text and choose corresponding tags. When done, save the HTML file and upload it to your website. Extra step, check whether your structured data actually works with the help of Google Rich Result Test. So this is all done under your Google Search Console if you don't have the capability of coding. Okay. Number 7, Google My Business listing. Every business, if you have a local shop or if you focus on a specific location, highly recommend that you need to have Google My Business page. Okay, claiming, optimizing, and maintaining your Google My Business page listing is the single most important thing you can do for your local SEO. It helps establish your company as an entity, which in itself is great asset to your SEO. More importantly, it skyrockets your local search performance. Once you create a listing, it becomes eligible for the local business panel as well as Google Maps, opening your business to nearby searches like these, right? So that's a whole different story right there. It's a whole different strategy we can talk about later on how to do local listing. Last but not least, mobile optimization. Of course, almost everybody nowadays check their website from mobile devices, and better yet, also voice. So now you talk to the phone, you talk to Alexa, you talk to Google Home, and that's how the searches are done. You can use these tools from Google to make sure that your mobile is mobile friendly. I'm sorry, your website is mobile friendly. Okay, so these are some of the simple tips on how to help you with a little bit of ranking. So check out this article. Again, there are more than 200, but this specific article only mentioned few of them for now to get you started. Okay. All right. Do we have any more questions? Don't forget to check out the link-assistant tool. And for those that are utilizing YouTube, make sure you utilize the TubeBuddy.com. All right, that's about it for the night. If anybody has any more questions, feel free to DM me your questions. And if you enjoyed watching this session tonight, go ahead and tag your awesome business colleagues or invite them and share this with them. I would highly appreciate it. Are you any suggested site to purchase domain and build simple site? I mean, most of the domain providers, I mean, you can buy the domain from anybody, right? Like GoDaddy, Namecheap, it doesn't matter. You can buy from anybody. When it comes to hosting, this is what you need to pay attention to, right? So I personally recommend SiteGround for web hosting. Namecheap, it's another one, but it's super cheap. But I don't know about the quality of their customer service. Then you have GoDaddy. Then you have all the rest of the stuff out there. Yeah, you can get the domain from GoDaddy, right? But when you build a site, you know me, I recommend WordPress. That means you have to have a hosting service, install WordPress, and just do everything on WordPress. In fact, if you want to learn Elementor theme, you can do crazy stuff with Elementor, which is a WordPress theme as well. You know what I mean? When it comes to these template managed based services like, you know, Wix, Weebly, Squarespace, if you want to use those, I would say maybe Squarespace is the best option among beside the Wix and Weebly. I would pick Squarespace instead of Weebly and Wix. You know what I mean? But when it comes to building site, I build on WordPress. And I'm kind of going to be biased because that's what I build it on. So that's what I'm going to recommend. Yeah, Wix. Yeah. Just stick with WordPress, man. I mean, because when your business grows, you can add more stuff to it later on. And there's so many developers out there for WordPress because the WordPress is built on the PHP language, but you can also integrate Java and CSS and other kind of languages. But if you want to learn Elementor, which is a drag and drop theme, it's a premium theme, you can, you know, learn that and just build all your website using Elementor or Divi, for example. Okay? All right. Any more questions? I'll give you all just 1 minute. I'll wait for a minute, and after that, I will bounce. Thanks. All right, let's see what do we have here. Nia, what's going on? Hey, Chris, what's going on? So, Nia, your question about what was the name of the site to find names? I mean, if you talk about the domain name, you can just go to anywhere. GoDaddy, Namecheap, blah blah blah. You can find it there. If it's available, you take it. So start with GoDaddy. But if you want to find out if that particular name is available on different social channels, then you have to use Knowem.com, like KNOWEM.com, Knowem. Yeah, but for the domain, just go to GoDaddy and do a search. Just do a search, whatever domain name you want to come up with, see if it's available. You can. Okay. Somebody was like, yeah, man. All right, I guess that's about it. Any more question, y'all? I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, around this time. The night edition. I'm gonna do the night edition. Hopefully, everyone is available at the night edition. Ophelia, what's going on? You're this evening. You're late this evening. Thank you. Is it too late? Is 10:20 too late? I don't know. I mean, I usually go to sleep in odd hours. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing some late edition. Any suggestion for online store? Well, WordPress has that option. You can use WooCommerce, but again, you have to have a developer build it from scratch. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to have anything like everything ready from payment to drag and drop, I mean, you can look into Shopify.com, you can look into BigCommerce.com, but you have to pay them monthly to basically drag and drop and build the site. They have their own payment system and just upload the products, right? But you won't be able to do a lot of on-page SEO stuff in heavy detail. You can do basic or minor optimization, and that's about it. Okay, so because I like this. This is one I can watch. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I mean, I used to back in the day go live like around 8 p.m. Central Time or 9 or 10. So I'm gonna start doing that more. I've been kind of super busy lately. Hey Nick, what's going on? Thank you for liking my live streaming. I appreciate it, brother. But yeah, if you think 9 p.m., 10 p.m. it's best time, then for sure. But don't forget, keep sending me those questions. You have any challenges with website marketing, search engine, online ads, social media ads, just let me know. I'm here to spend some time with you guys to help you, give you the resources and the answers and the tools to basically help you either with your existing business or if you're starting something new. Okay. All right. 10:25. Any more questions before I bounce? And if anybody wants to hang out with me at a coffee place to ask more questions and seek help, you're more than welcome. Because right now I'm gonna go to a coffee place to chill, do some work, and chill and do some work and drink some chai. All right, looks like there are no more questions. So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, keep sending me those questions, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.